Hey, good morning, everybody. Just wanted to provide again the morning live video series here. Today, my topic is kind of how to have a good, effective workplace from home. Many of us now are working from home, and for some, that's new and kind of has thrown them off their work game. Normally we have a dedicated workspace at work, and now we're at home where we're used to relaxing. So, just wanted to help out with those that are working from home with some good tips, just like our achieve morning status. Being productive, especially right now, a good way to keep our mind off of the elephant in the room, so to speak. So hope you're all doing well and healthy. Again, tomorrow night we're going to have our first time homebuyers class, 6 p.m., hosted by myself and Marvin Sears from Willamette Valley Bank. And that's a mouthful. With that, again, tomorrow we will hopefully have some volunteer opportunities that I'll talk about over here in the Coeur d'Alene area. And then Friday, potentially looking to talk again with a small business person that's what they've had to do to struggle through this time with businesses being shut down. So with that, just wanted to talk again about setting up your home, to be an effective workplace. Our homes are supposed to be an escape from reality and a safe place we can go to unwind from the stresses of the day. Normally, we work all day and come home and get a chance to relax, but now that place is also our workplace, so we're actually never really getting away from it. So some of this stuff can be really helpful to continue to be productive, because I know it's easy to get distracted. I ran a business for 10 years, and I usually worked out of my home office, and I've typically had outside sales, or even with my real estate. Working from home is usually where I find myself. So I've been used to it, but many people aren't. One of the big things I've found to be helpful during this time to continue to be productive, kind of waking up at the same time I usually would, or even earlier, trying to get as much done first thing in the morning before I get derailed by something. So that's easy to do, get distracted, or start doing laundry and cleaning the house, and suddenly you're not getting your work done that you need to do. So with not having to drive or commute in the morning, it's easy to sleep in, use that extra time just to kind of hang out. Well, best thing to do is try and get up at the same time, or even potentially earlier. Get up, take your dog for a walk, get the day going, and then move on. If you're able to, set up a designated space, something that's separate from where you relax. Your TV room or whatever typically ends up being a pretty good way to get distracted. So if you have a separate office area, or even a particular space in your house that you want to dedicate as your office space, so that's always good. Ditch the pajamas. I know it's nice to be able to just wear comfortable clothes, but if we get up and dress the normal way that we would to go to work, it kind of sets your mind in that work setting, gets you focused a little bit more. Kind of dress for the occasion, and you're going to be working, so dress how you would normally dress when you go to work. Keep moving, keep the blood flowing. Take a few breaks throughout the day, walk, especially if it's sunny out, get a little sunshine, a little bit of that vitamin D. And, I'm sure if you have a pet, they would enjoy to take a little break and go out and enjoy that. And if you can schedule those breaks so that you're kind of consistent with, every 3 hours or so, take a 15-minute break, get the blood flowing, get the oxygen going. Other thing to kind of consider is if you do have a roommate, or husband or wife that's also at home, or your significant other, kind of go over, set the expectations, what you're trying to accomplish, what your kind of rules and boundaries are. That way nobody has any issues, or isn't aware of what your boundaries are. So set that so you can set the expectation. If you can have separate workspaces, that's always good, so you're not distracting each other. Or if they're just hanging out watching TV, you're not getting distracted or tempted to pull away from your work and watch the latest Ozark episode, or whatever it is that you're watching right now on Amazon or Netflix. So And try not to schedule your breaks around each other. If they're taking a break at one time and you want to take it at a different time, keep your separate breaks, or try and if they line up, and you can go take a walk together. That's great. Many of us have our kids at home right now, and this is a first, working from home with kids. If you're able to set goals in the morning with the kids and kind of go over that, that's always good. If you have somebody else at home to help out with the kids, an older daughter or son that can kind of keep an eye on the younger ones and keep them active with activities, arts, science projects. I've seen a lot of stuff people have been posting, art projects and stuff with their kids, even science projects. So that's awesome that some of you guys are doing that, and it's a great way to keep the kids engaged and something different from school for them, so they'll probably enjoy that. Another good tip, plan your meals just like they would if they were going to school. So, pack a lunch in the morning, make breakfast in the morning. That way, later on in the day when they're hungry, they can go grab it, or, the lunch that you made in the morning time. Kind of try and make life as normal as possible during this time. And don't be afraid of screen time. I know we're all concerned about our kids being on the computers too much, or on the smartphones too much. But if there is some good educational stuff, that's a good way to keep them occupied for a short period of time. And then for those that are working with a pet at home, I know I am. This little creature here, luckily she stays pretty chill during the day and doesn't bother me too much. But good to kind of take them for a walk every so often. They're going to enjoy it, and plus it's going to keep them, energy levels out on a walk. Their energy levels will be kind of spent there rather than trying to bug you while you're working. And it's cats especially, try not to work with your laptop on your lap, because the cats are going to want to jump up on your laptop and screw up what you've got going. So and maintain your pet's feeding schedule. Get up same time in the morning. If you feed them in the morning, feed them at that same time, or evening, however you do it. Trying to keep their schedule the same as what it was. That's kind of normalcy. That's our biggest way to not get stressed out during this time, or have it throw our lives off, disrupt it too much. I know life's been disrupted, so we're trying to do what we can to keep it as normal as possible. At least I have found that's the best way for me, getting up in the morning, getting my workout going, doing my morning routine, and getting into my work day. So, I've, before even reading some of these articles, it's kind of what I was doing to keep myself going. So hopefully you guys can do the same. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. Love to hear from you. I've been trying to reconnect with as many people as I can, through phone calls and messages and activities. Again, we've got our first-time homebuyers class tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. And look for potentially a yoga class next week. I was hoping to do it this Saturday, but the instructor basically is going to be able to do it on Monday, hopefully. So hope we can get a Monday morning yoga session in, and hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to try and do a sip and paint tonight at 4 o'clock. So if anybody wants to join me for that, I'm going to try and do a little art and maybe a little sip and paint. So hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Look for you tomorrow at 8:30 again. See you then. Have a great day. Bye.